What's going on, people? How you doing? TK coming at you. Master Wealth Builders here on social media. Today I want to talk to you about Conversos. The great sellout. That's a conversation a lot of people don't talk about, but it's interesting to me because I've always been in the concept, or my purpose has always been to seek knowledge, right? So I've always been searching, right? And as I search and find more knowledge, it puts me in a competent status, okay? And it puts me in a position of being able to display that competency, right? So as I display different symbols of competency, I pay attention to the response or lack thereof that I get from certain people. And we know, thanks to Hoover, J. Edgar Hoover created the COINTELPRO program, where basically all major Asiatic peoples with organizations were infiltrated. And that infiltration was done by Conversos, who are paid to basically subjugate and sell out their fellow Asiatic people, right? So there's Conversos all around within every single adult. So adults are the tainted ones, right? The children have some semblance of purity because there's a chance that they haven't been infected with negativity yet. But the adults choose to sell out, choose to follow behind Caesar or Constantine, and the adults are lost to Walmart, you know, the service corporation that occupies the land and issues their own private commercial paper so that you can get items from their corporation. So all these people are lost in the private commercial paper because they're happy about the things that they can get from the corporation, not realizing that the paper just represents it's cheating or conversion, because the corporation doesn't get things from its stock, right? The corporation actually puts it into a double stock trust, a CCQV, and converts that paper into land, resources, gold, and silver, right? So why is it that the Conversos settle for the private commercial paper as opposed to going after the same thing that the thief is going after? So all around there's these people who are working for Constantine, and their fear is of Rome. The Roman Cura system is what they fear and is who they worship. And they pretend that everything is true when that is the only true. So those Conversos, along with the thief, are doing a lot of negative things in the name of something else. But the repercussions, right, the cause and effect that comes from that negativity is causing ripples all throughout the planet. And what happens is that human beings are stupid and they're taught improperly, right? Miseducation. 1903 Board of Education, Rockefeller Foundation. So they're taught, right, improperly, and don't understand cymatics, harmonics, because what? The planet works on vibration, frequency, and energy. So whenever you are in disharmony, there's repercussions, there's cause and effect. Right? So in other words, nature is going to cleanse itself because we are so far in disharmony, right? And I talked about this in my last video, but we're at the point of a scale being tipped. We're at the point of disharmony to the point of correction. Nature will correct itself if the Romans don't correct themselves, because the Romans, you know, the imposter, the vicar, the imposter, he put out general orders June 14th, 2014. June 10th, 2014 was when he put out the general orders, right? And he basically said, look, I have pressure from the Blue Dragon and Red Dragon families, so all subsidiary corporations underneath my corporation need to shut it down because we're in disharmony, and the disharmony has created vibrations and repercussions, and the planet is about to correct itself. So you have these people who are conversos that don't understand that, don't understand the principles of harmonics, the principles of cymatics, and how sound has power. So the reverberations are coming back, right? And nature is sick of the disharmony and is going to correct. Everybody thinks, oh, we got time. Oh, we can party, and we can keep stealing, and we can keep getting our little 501(c)(3) kickbacks. We can keep doing negative because they think they have time. But what you don't realize is that the jig is up. The vicar said the jig is up. And nature is also saying the jig is up. And the thief realizes that his time is running to an end. So his intent, of course, is to kill all the fucking sleep people before they wake up. Take as many of these sleep people out as possible. So you have three different aspects. The physical thief and his intent, nature and its ability to clean the disharmony, and you even have the head of the damn Lord on the earth selling you the same damn thing. The jig is up, stop. And nobody listened to the vicar. Nobody has stopped. The thief is still stealing, and the conversos are still selling people out, getting payoffs in private commercial paper. Go figure. So everyone is belligerent and arrogant about their ignorance. No one is listening. And everybody's still partying like it's gonna last forever. And that's the pressure that's coming from the Blue Dragon and Red Dragon families, because they're like, listen, if you guys don't fix this shit, then there's going to be major repercussions across the planet, and the planet's going to fix this shit. So they're stepping up with pressure to the Pope saying, hey, y'all need to shut it down. You've been stealing for over 130 years. Shut it down. And they're like, no, the people are still asleep. They're still arrogant, belligerent. So why should we shut it down? So I'm speaking to the secret society members that have this information but don't share it. I'm speaking to the conversos and telling you guys that your fucking jig is up because of the cosmology and the transition phase that we're in. Your time is up. You're going to be exposed, not because of any mystery, but because of the age in which we're transitioning to. There's no way, there's no shadows cast at high noon.